Isaiah Thomas, the champion in All-Star. Steve Smith and the champion, Shannon Fry.
Top 50.
Top 50 at 50 as well. All of the accolades belong to that man.
Get it right now.
So, Zeke, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander now joins that elite company that you have as a finals MVP. He had his career high, playoff career high in assists with 12, 29 points, and answered the call here in this Game 7.
Not only did he answer the call, you know, he always does in terms of scoring. But, you know, when you can score and assist, right, that's when you put your mark on the game. And what he was able to do, he was able to score his 29, but I thought what he was able to do for Jay Will and also for Chet Holmgren, he made it easier for them. Consequently, Jay Will drops 20, Chet gets 18, and you have the three-headed monster along with their defense kicking in, leading them to a championship. But the assists that he had tonight were much more important than the points that he scored.
And this is coming off a game where he had 8 turnovers in Game 6. Smitty really flipped that around.
He did. It was very impressive. Isaiah talked about the assists, but to go through the constant pressure, the double teams, the guys slapping at it, and in the finals Game 7, he has 1 turnover. That's very impressive. And I think Shannon Isaiah, for me, I'm still wondering how he stays even keel throughout Game 1 and all the way to the finals.
I think for me, he dives into the art. We were talking about it. That spin move we had not seen in 6 games. He watched film, he added something. He also knew becoming a facilitator was going to make his team more dangerous than him shooting the ball every time. He picked and chose, or he picked to choose when he went at which person. He got guys in foul trouble. He's creating this double team. You see how quickly he's getting off that ball? That means he's not thinking about, is this my shot? He knows what they're doing on this curl. He knows where the ball needs to go. And that type of maturity is dangerous for this league, because now you see up, and I still think there's a lot more to go.
You know, preparation is key. And, you know, can you learn from game to game? And not only can you learn, but can you apply what you've learned? And that's what he was able to do. Like you said, 1 turnover, right? Handling the basketball as much as he did. And then, as you said accurately also, Channing, getting to the line 12 times and going 11 for 12 from the foul line, scoring and assisting, creating opportunities. It was magnificent tonight.
And let's look at, here's a guy can have a run with finals MVP, and he still comes out there and get his numbers. It is scary how far he can go, and this team and organization can go in the next 3 years.
And here's the history in the making. Look at the screen right now, Zeke. Players to win MVP, Finals MVP, scoring title in the same season. The first player since Shaquille O'Neal in 2000 to do so. It's been 25 years.
Well, anytime you're on a graphic with Jordan, Jabbar, and O'Neal, you know, I mean, that's saying a lot. I mean, when you think about, you know, over, you know, the 5,000 or so players that have come through the NBA, there's a level, and then there's another level, and then there's the level you just put on the screen. There's only 4 people that ever do that, and now he's one of them.
So when I hear that, right, I'm coming right back to you on this, because we do understand that there's levels to it. Where Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at 26 years old just entered now, what level do you foresee for his future?
Well, sky's the limit, right? You know, you won your first championship. You're on a team right now that has the potential to be really dominant because of the, you know, the executive staff has done a great job in terms of draft picks, putting together the team and everything else. So he's going to be in a great winning situation for the next 5 or 6 years. Now, can they continue winning? Can they stay healthy? Can they resist what Pat Riley coined the disease of more? Because every player is going to want more time, more shots, and more importantly, more money in a small market.
So, Smitty, when I look at the best players on a championship caliber team, no question SGA's that guy. You played with Tim Duncan, you played with LeBron James, right? You kind of understand that pecking order. What does that do for the rest of the team when you get to the NBA Finals like this?
Well, it brings everybody's confidence, and I think when you look at it, the hard work that pays off they'll go in and work even harder to get, like he says, greedy. But also go back to Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. What I love and watch his maturation and been talking to his trainer about, he's still got a room to go because it's the 3-ball now. Once he starts hitting the 3-ball, people don't understand. We've watched a guy win an MVP and do all these accolades, basically from the mid-range and the free throw line. You get the 3-ball for him, that'll make him quicker. That'll make him more dangerous. Guys got to pick up even earlier, and then the guys will be running at him. And you know this, Channing. It will be unbelievable if he can start to make 4 to 5 threes in a ball game.
It'd be unguardable. And to get back to that graphic about in this day and age, this is a bigger guards league. Yeah. Shaq is physically dominant. Obviously, I think that was Wilt or Kareem who was up there. Physically dominant. He's 6'4", 6'5". Yes. And he's playing in a league where people average 100-something points. So we're saying you can score and your team wins and you're the best player. To add those 3 things up doesn't usually happen, especially when you play a team like the Pacers who have 8 guys who get an opportunity to score. So that's one. And then 2, I think we're not taking into account the maturity and the culture setting that SGA is. He has set the culture here and made sure everyone, he's a hooper. He's a basketball head. You look at Chet, you look at Lou Dort, you look at Jay Williams, right? You look at Jalen, sorry. You look at all these guys, and you're like, wait a second. All y'all are start to bleed into each other. They're unwavering in their confidence and in their work, and that is something that is, they're going to want money somewhere else, but what they have here, they need to stay here as long as possible.
You know, and I compare to after I won my first championship in Detroit, right? And you look at winning it from the point guard position in a league that has been dominated, you know, by the small forwards, the centers, and the bigs. But to do it at the point guard position, it takes a special person, special personality, and then to be able to score and be unselfish from that position. Now can you come back and say, okay, to really put the icing on top, the question is, can you do it again? And that's you know, on that graphic that we showed, all those guys, you know, at their positions, they came back and did it one more time to really make it, you know, stand out.
Well, let's stay on that point, because this is the 7th champion we've seen in the 7th consecutive season. It's never happened in NBA history. So what is it going to take for us to be sitting here with a team to repeat finally, Smitty?
Well, I think all of us know we're not looking at this roster and saying, oh, wow, of age, he's getting older. These are young guys. Yeah. Everybody from Chet Holmgren, Hardenstein, Lou Dort, they all can add to their game. But what they do have, Isaiah and Channing, they defend.